Hey everyone, Justin Crumley here with another edition of Cujo Production Sports Talk. I'm joined by my buddy Vinny. Vinny, introduce yourself to everybody.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the 2016 Royal Rumble. Yeah, this is WWE, and I know everyone's probably thinking, well, that's not sports, but you know what? I like the WWE, I like wrestling, and it's technically sports entertainment, so yeah, keyword there, sports. That and this is my channel, and I'll do what I want with it. So you don't have to listen if you don't wanna. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the Royal Rumble. We're gonna go down the card. We're gonna talk about every match, and we're gonna give our thoughts, opinions, all that stuff. First of all, Vinny, what let's go over the first match. It was that fatal four-way tag team match for entry in the Royal Rumble. Can we just talk about how pointless that match was?
The match was stupid.
It really was kind of pointless.
What
I mean,
was the
it was
point?
it was cool to see guys like Jack Swagger, Mark Henry. I think it was Darren Young and Damian Sandow.
Yes.
It was cool to see like guys like that get a shot. But overall, the match was just so pointless because it's not like anyone, like no way are the Ascension gonna go into the Royal Rumble and win. And I mean, I thought the Dudleys were gonna win, but Mark Henry.
Yep. I had the Dudleys winning too.
Yeah, because like all they've done is fucking job,
Which makes me
ever since they
mad.
came back. And it's such a joke, in my opinion.
They deserve so much better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they need to tag those or anything. I just think they deserve better than
Job.
being fucking jobbers and shit. It's ridiculous. So really not the best way to start off. But it was the kickoff, so the pre-show kind of thing. So you can just kind of put that away as well, it was just to get everyone ready, just get everyone warmed up, kind of like a dark match, only we actually saw it. So it is what it is. But anyway, next match was the last man standing match for the Intercontinental title between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens. I mean,
That match was awesome.
excuse me, that match was absolutely outstanding. I mean, that really just kind of set the tone for the Royal Rumble. And I think Kevin Owens looked really great. He kind of had an advantage throughout most of the match. Dean Ambrose, both guys looked really strong, and that's what's really important is in a feud. People have to come out. Both guys have to come out elevated in some way, shape, or form, and that's something WWE's kind of had trouble with in recent years. But yeah, I definitely think definitely, excuse me, I definitely think this was a damn good match. It was arguably a match of the night in my opinion. Dean Ambrose ended up winning. What do you think of that? Do you think that was a good thing that Ambrose retained the title, or did you want to
Yes.
see Kevin Owens?
I wanted to see Owens win, but I knew Ambrose would win, which I'm fine with. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's all right that Ambrose won. I think it's good because they kept talking about what kind of champion Ambrose would be, and this is what his second successful defense against
Yes. Owens.
Owens. Is it second or is it third?
Second.
Okay, second. So that's good. Who knows where it goes from here, especially after the Royal Rumble match, which we'll get to in a minute. But anyway, yeah, last man standing match was what blew my expectations away. I thought I had high expectations for it because I knew both contenders. I knew both the guys would put on a great show, but it was way better than expected. It was really really good. I really really enjoyed it. Um, all right, so the match after that, it was that tag team title match between the New Day and the Usos. Uh, yeah, kind of lackluster in my opinion. I kind of knew the New Day was gonna win. I didn't even know they had a tag team match at first until like they announced it. Um, well, what do you know what did you think of it? Did you really I didn't I didn't think much of it. I really don't have a lot to say about it. You know, I just want to. Can I just say, you know, with the New Day, I like the New Day. I like that they're funny. They get the crowd going, all that stuff. But I just feel like they're kind of wearing out. You know what I mean? I don't. I'm not saying I dislike them in any way or that they're bad. Because believe me, I enjoy their commentary very much. Not, excuse me, not commentary. Their schnick, their gimmick. It's funny. They're funny. But I just think at some point they need to lose the titles, and you know these pop culture reference crap. You know it's gonna get old. I don't know. I'm not sure if I see any of the guys going anywhere after New Day breaks up. Maybe Kofi Kingston was pretty good on his own. At least I thought. You know everybody couldn't. A lot of people hated him. I didn't think he was that bad. But yeah, kind of sum it up. Lackluster match. The Usos, you know, they look good. There were spots in that match where both sides look good, but ultimately the New Day ended up winning. We all knew that was coming. So yeah, it is what it is. Now the next match was
That boring ass Divas match.
no, that wasn't next. And fuck you, that was actually good. We'll get to that in a minute though, but the U.S. Championship match between Kalisto and Alberto
I was
Del
so
Rio.
happy Kalisto won.
Yeah, Kalisto won. Let's get that out of the way. And it's so great because I was so pissed when they took the title off of him on SmackDown the fucking day after he won it. It was ridiculous. It wasn't right. I didn't like it. You know, I didn't like how they screwed him like that. But, you know what, I guess in the grand scheme of things, they wanted to make the win look better. So, you know, why not win it at a pay-per-view? Start your reign at a pay-per-view. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Okay, you know, so and this was a match that you know I think a lot of people had a certain level of expectation for, and I don't think it was very high. I think a lot of people thought, you know, one of them's gonna win. Who cares? That's kind of vibe I was picking up. I thought this was a pretty good match.
Oh, it was.
I definitely think it wasn't the match of the night.
Best match of the night.
Yeah, I'd put it up there. It was entertaining. It was a good match. Kalisto looked really good, looked real strong. Del Rio looked really strong. So
It helps both wrestlers.
yep, and you know, hopefully Del Rio doesn't win on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, let's pray for
Let's
that.
hope that doesn't happen. I'd rather Kalisto hold on to that title for for a little bit. All right, so we agree that was a good match. Now we're gonna move on to the women's match for the women's title. I'm not calling it fucking Divas title because I just don't like the name. I think the women of WWE deserve better than to be called Divas
I agree.
because I don't know, from every time I hear the word Divas, I always think like catty, bitchy, prissy, and I mean, that's where I'm gonna stop because I don't know. I just think they deserve better than that. I think they deserve to be called women. Because in my opinion, it's just it just looks better on the company to call them women, because that's what they are. They're women. They're women wrestlers, and they put on some damn good shows. I mean, look at NXT, Bayley and Sasha Banks. It was fucking phenomenal. What needs to be said about that match that hasn't been said? We're not going to talk about that. With that aside, we're going to talk about Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Uh, you know what? I actually enjoyed this match. I really did. And I don't know how everyone else thinks, but I was actually really enjoying the Becky Lynch Charlotte rivalry feud thing. Charlotte turning heel. I think Charlotte's done a really good job as a heel. She's just you just love to hate her, and to me that's what a heel should be. Is somebody you just love to boo them, you want to boo them, and that's what they want. They want you to boo them. So, and Charlotte's doing such a good job of that. She's cheating to win. She's doing Ric Flair things, which makes sense because she's Ric Flair's daughter. But the match, I don't think a lot of much like the U.S. title match. I think there was a certain extent, a certain amount of hype for this match, and not a lot of people had a lot of hype. A lot of hope for this match. Now that's from what I saw on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. Some people were just like, I'm not at all excited about this match, and You know what? Was it the match of the night? No, but it was pretty damn good. Becky Lynch put on a great show. Charlotte put on a great show. Ric Flair did Ric Flair things, and that's all right with me. I like this match. What do you think? Really? I mean, come on, man. You got to start talking too.
It was a decent match.
Decent. Well, like, how do you figure decent?
The Ric Flair kissing got me going like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I meant when I said Ric Flair doing Ric Flair things. You said he likes to steal kisses. So, and you know what? I gotta be honest with you. I would love to kiss Becky Lynch. All right. So yeah. Obviously Charlotte ended up going over. She won the match. By way of shenanigans, which we all expected. I think it was really funny. The way that match ended, I thought was just so hilarious. It was so funny. I don't know why. I just when it happened, well, you were right there next to me. I started laughing when Ric Flair threw his suit
Yes, that was
over
funny.
Becky Lynch's head and like covered it,
She was like,
and
what the hell?
she let go, yeah, because she had a suit over her head, and then Charlotte speared her and then pinned her. I think didn't she use the ropes or something? I don't know, but I know she
No.
won by no. Let's say she didn't go over clean. I can't even remember how that match ended. All I remember is Becky Lynch getting a suit on her face, and then Charlotte
speared one,
yeah,
two,
Charlotte
three.
speared her, and then 1, 2, 3. Can we just talk about the spear like real quick? Everybody's using it as a finisher now. You got Charlotte doing it. You got Roman Reigns doing it. When Edge was around, he did it. Rhino did it. Only it was called the Gore. Goldberg did it. Like, is that really just like everybody's thing now? I mean, it's like the super kick. Everybody's doing the super kick now. I don't know. It was so cool when Shawn Michaels did it because it was his move, but now everyone else is doing it.
Shawn Michaels never did the spear. He did
No,
the
no,
super
I'm
kick.
saying the super kick. Yeah,
Oh.
everyone's doing the super kick too. Kevin Owens does it. Dolph Ziggler does it. It's just I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna. So. And then what happened at the end of the match, in my opinion, was the big highlight. Charlotte's beating the hell out of Becky Lynch, and I remember I think I sat there. I called. I said Sasha Banks is about to come out.
Yep.
Sasha Banks. One of us said it. I'm not sure who. Maybe we both said it. I don't know.
I said she'll make an
Yeah, I
appearance.
said
tonight.
she will. I said, oh, I bet. So we both called it. We hear the music. Sasha Banks comes walking out. She kicks Becky Lynch out of the ring, and I remember you and I looked at each other like, what the hell? What, she's not taking a face turn? Whoa, this is unexpected, So I gotta give WWE props for that. They caught us for a loop. They didn't make it predictable. But, and then it looked like her and Charlotte were gonna be all buddy. They were gonna be all besties and whatnot. And then Charlotte goes to leave the ring, and Sasha Banks ends up giving her a backstabber and then a bank statement, which was just like perfect. That's perfect. That's really good because now Sasha doesn't look like a goody. She looks like she just wants that damn title, and it's about fucking time because Sasha Banks deserves, a title, at least a shot, And I think they're gonna go to WrestleMania. I just don't see. I don't see. I don't see. Her name just Charlotte. I don't see Charlotte losing the belt at Fastlane next month. I really don't. I definitely don't see that. The women's match, in my opinion, was a pretty solid match. I liked it. The ending was very good. It was just very well done. A lot better than the fucking Survivor Series match between Paige and Charlotte. And then it was better than the TLC match between Paige and Charlotte. It was entertaining. WWE is definitely off to a better start this year. And now the big cojones, the Royal Rumble match. Wow. What do you want to get into first? I mean, there were so many highlights to this match. Where do you want to start?
AJ Styles, that's all needs to be said.
AJ Styles. No, that's not all that needs to be said. But
I'm just kidding.
AJ Styles, man. I mean, I was really surprised. You remember when he came on, I said it. Remember that? I was like, what the fuck? They weren't showing anything. And then, bam, there's AJ Styles. It was incredible. And the pop he got, man. I mean, AJ Styles better be a main eventer. he better be up in that main event or somewhere too close to it. Because if they push him down to the mid card or whatever, I don't know. I think AJ Styles deserves better
If they
than
do
that.
that, I will question the WWE writing.
Yeah, I think he deserves better than that. But yeah, there weren't many surprise entrances. AJ Styles I think was the only one. Well, then there was Triple H at
30.
number 30, but a lot of us were predicting that. So
I did not see Sami
you
Zayn
know,
coming in
I
this
didn't see
Rumble.
Sami Zayn coming either. That was another one. That's another highlight that I think needs to get mentioned is Sami Zayn coming in. I didn't expect that. You remember when the first Wyatt came out and I thought it was Finn Balor?
Yes.
I really did. I was like, oh my God, we're getting Finn Balor. Finn Balor, yes. The demon Finn. Oh, it's one of the Wyatts. Damn it, Not that it's a bad thing because the Wyatts they looked really strong
yeah.
in this match, especially against Brock Lesnar. How they kept fighting back at him, and even after they were all eliminated by him, they came right back in, helped Bray Wyatt, and then I think they all eliminated Lesnar. I think Bray did. Did Bray do it?
All of them did.
Oh, all four of them. Okay. See, I don't remember because there was so many eliminations going on. AJ Styles, man, Kevin Owens eliminated him.
That made him look really good.
That makes, yeah, I think, as shitty as it was that AJ Styles wasn't in the Final Four or Final Five, however you want to, call it. I think it looked good for Kevin Owens to go over AJ Styles like that, to throw AJ Styles out of the ring like that. I think it makes Kevin Owens look good. I almost said Evan. And it makes Kevin Owens look good. And that's a good thing because, in my opinion, Kevin Owens deserves better. I think he should be the top heel in the company. I really do. I think he definitely has that capability. He's got that attitude. He could be the top heel. It's astounding. How pushed down he was. But, I mean, this rivalry with Dean Ambrose definitely elevated him. And Dean Ambrose, man, what a warrior. The guy went the distance. He was in the final two. Roman Reigns didn't even make the final two. Roman Reigns got eliminated by Triple H. I memean, I was happy. I was afraid when Roman Reigns got taken out on a stretcher or he walked to the back on his own. And I remember I was on Facebook and a buddy of ours called it Wayne. He's like, Roman's about to come in and win. And I was just like, oh my God, that's gonna be what happens. Are you freaking kidding me? This can't be what happens. This can't be what happens, But no, he made it to the Final Four, which is all right because he was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, so it made perfect sense. But I just didn't want him to win because I just thought it would have been cliche, it would have been easy, it would have been a safe. But no, WWE took a risk, and spoiler alert, Triple H won.
Yep.
How about that? Triple H comes back. He beats Dean Ambrose. Yeah, I was kind of hoping Dean Ambrose would win, honestly. Maybe because, Dean Ambrose is my favorite guy on the main roster right now. But, I was hoping he'd win, and then, Roman Reigns comes in and beats the shit out of him or something. Roman Reigns takes a heel turn, because I think Roman Reigns could use a heel turn, personally. I think it'd make him more interesting, and then
do what they did with his cousin, The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. The Rock couldn't get over it first. Thanks for that. You could have gave a warning, but he could have, just have him turn heel. He goes over. It makes perfect sense. But then the thing that I think WWE is so afraid of in doing that is they won't have a top face. But that's what you call up some NXT talent for. Let's get some NXT, especially since the roster is just riddled with injuries. But that's for another time. We're not going to get into that because it'll take a long time. But overall, Triple H winning the WWE World Heavyweight Title and the Royal Rumble.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think I'd be okay with it at first, but I'm all right with this because now it sets up for WrestleMania. We know we're going to get Triple H versus Roman Reigns, but there could be more. There could be, like Dean Ambrose, because Dean Ambrose was part of the last two. He got eliminated by Triple H. Dean Ambrose just looked fucking phenomenal tonight. He looked really strong. So that was really cool. And I think there's a lot of possibility with Triple H as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So just as long as he drops it at WrestleMania, I don't think I want to see him. I don't think I want to see a Reign of Terror Part 2. And I don't think we're going to see that because Triple H is a little older now. So, but you never know. And that's something WWE really did tonight is they have questions. They have us thinking, what's going to happen now? What's happening now? What's going to happen, And that's really good. I mean, obviously I kind of predicted it. I said we know we're going to get Triple H and Roman Reigns. But what kind of match are we going to get? Are we going to get a triple threat with Dean Ambrose involved? Because that'd be pretty cool, you know. So there's that. There's that possibility. I think that'd be a pretty cool match. I mean, you never know. Anyway, final thoughts on this. What are your final thoughts on Royal Rumble? What kind of grade do you give it? If you had to give it
Solid A.
A solid A. All right. Care to elaborate on that?
That pay per view, honestly, it's been better than most NXTs as of recently. And yes, I went there. Better than NXT.
That's a pretty bold statement because NXT's been pretty good, especially the takeovers. NXT takeover is pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I definitely enjoyed the Royal Rumble as a whole. I thought it was entertaining. It was really good. Definitely could have been a lot worse, but it wasn't. And like I said, it left us with questions. Now we're sitting here thinking, what's going to happen next? And yeah. So overall, I think I'd give it an A. I thought it was pretty good. Not an A plus. There were little things here and there I didn't like. Namely the first match that we watched. The Fatal 4-Way Tag match. Found it very pointless, especially considering that Mark Henry lasted 5 seconds in the Rumble.
About 20.
Yeah, and Jack Swagger, I counted 14 seconds. So kind of pointless to But other than that, that's the only blemish. I thought it was a pretty good damn show. Damn good show.
I'll probably watch it again this week, honestly, because of AJ Styles.
Yeah, AJ Styles looked good. Everybody looked good. That's that's a good part. Is nobody looked weak per se, at least not that I can think of. But yeah. Overall, I thought it was a really good show. All right, everybody, you've heard our thoughts. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section below what you think of the 2016 Royal Rumble. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Whatever you think, go nuts in the comment section, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Have a great day, guys. If you're not having a great day, I hope it gets better. For Vinny Brown, I'm Justin Crumley, and this is Cujo Productions, signing out.